Next, we'll show you how to print barcode labels with our software. Let's suppose that for some of the products in your company you don't have barcode labels and you need to print them out yourself. So you can print barcode labels with our software by going to Inventory, Edit Inventory, and pulling up one of those items. Let's say it's our KitKat bar that we added in one of the previous video tutorials. As soon as you pull up the product on the screen like this, the button that will show up in addition will be Print Labels. I'm going to go ahead and click that one. Now in this Print Labels screen, if you don't see a barcode like this on your screen, that will mean that your PC is not capable of generating barcodes yet, because you don't have the barcode font installed on your PC. And in that case, what you want to do is you want to go to this Online Help tab in here in our software, or directly on our website, clicking the Support tab will take you to the same exact place, which is, I'm going to click it right now, and that place is the support page of our website. And here it is. And I'm going to click on the Free Support tab to get into the Free Support section, then click on the Knowledge Base. Now once in the Knowledge Base, you want to go to the FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions. Click on that tab, and the article you want to read is this one called How to Generate Barcodes with My PC. As soon as you click on that, it will expand the article so you can read it. It's not a very large article. Just read it carefully and follow everything it says. It will tell you how to obtain compatible barcode fonts for your PC, compatible to our software. And as soon as you obtain them, and it shows you how to obtain them for free, by the way. As soon as you obtain them and install them to your PC, then your PC will be capable of generating such barcodes, and of course printing those barcodes then. And your screen will also look like ours right now, where it shows you a generated barcode in here. Now as you can see, this a portion of the screen where I'm pointing to shows how the barcode label will look like roughly. And the barcode label consists of 3 sections. The first one is this, the barcode, and also showing the item ID, which is the barcode, of course, right below it. Then the second section is the description of the product, and the third section on the bottom is the price of the product. That's what the label will have when you print it. Now you can change and adjust some things in here. Let's say the size of the barcode font, let's increase it to 10. Then the size of the description font, let's increase that to 10 too. As you can see, as I'm changing the size of the font, it changes in here in this preview in here. And let's say the size of the price font will make also 10. Now the next thing you can choose or set up is the number of labels that you need for printing. So this KitKat bar, let's say we need 4 labels for it. I'm going to just put 4, so it's going to print out 4 labels for us. And then this next option, vertical spacing between labels, to explain that one, I need to jump ahead to printing format in here. You have 2 printing formats you can choose from, and that is 1 column of labels or full sheet labels. Now the 1 column of labels looks like this, roughly as shown on this little graphic, which is good for narrow printers, kind of like a receipt printer, mainly because many people use special label printers, and they use narrow paper which is on a roll, you know. And if that is the case, then if you're using that kind of a label printer, then you definitely want to print the labels like this, stack one on top of another, so to speak, vertically, or a column of labels. So then you would select this option, and that's when this vertical spacing between labels comes into play. And the only time it makes any difference, because once you print these labels, if you're not happy with the spacing between them, with the vertical spacing, if they're too close to one another, then you can just increase that. You know, you can add whatever, you can type whatever number in here you need until you get to your desired result. However, if you choose full sheet of labels, that looks like this roughly as shown in this graphic, then this plays no role. The full sheet of labels is for home or office type printers, the printers that print on a sheet that's roughly 8.5 by 11 inches standard in the USA, or internationally is also known as A4 format, I believe. And what that does is it maximizes the space it has to print on an entire sheet, and it just puts as many labels as possible. Now, of course, the natural question is, well, how do you choose the size of the label? So, you know, the smaller labels can fit more on a sheet, more rows and more columns of labels. The larger labels will give you less labels on sheet, less columns and less rows of them. And then where and how do you adjust, you know, the exact size of the label, the vertical spacing between them, the horizontal spacing between them, margins on the side of the page, all of that, to take all of that hard work and guesswork from you and to make it perfect from the first time. We employ the what Microsoft Word uses for these kind of scenarios and for printing labels, which is the standards, international standards for labels. And that is this option right here. As soon as you select full sheet, it pops up in here. By default, Avery 5160 standard is chosen, but you can choose between hundreds of labels in here, label standards. We have the Posted brand, the 3M brand, then scrolling down you'll see the Avery brand. That's the Avery is the most standards they have, the most choices. Then you have the Dymo brand, the Office Depot, and Staples brand. So there's definitely hundreds to choose from. We'll just stick to Avery 5160 for this example. It's one of the most commonly used. That's why we make it default in here, but you can choose whatever you want. Now, under the full sheet or the one column of labels, you can have a situation where, like, if you go to the store and you buy your sheets of labels or paper with labels, you may have on that sheet you may have used the first two, let's say, from a previous printing job, right? And that's where you ended. So now you don't want to throw away the whole sheet, you want to keep on using it, so you want to start printing at the third position. So if you need to start printing at the third position for your print job and not necessarily at the first, then you use this option that says already used sheet, start at position 3 in this case instead of 1. So it's going to start printing right there at position 3. So now if I go ahead and I hit print labels, what this setting is going to do for the full sheet is going to print the Avery 5160, and it's going to adjust using the Microsoft Word format. It's going to adjust everything perfectly and lay everything perfectly down in Microsoft Word. So to use these standards and these full sheets, you need Microsoft Word, and our software just exports this, or does a mail merge, also known when a program merges something to another program. It does a merge into Word, and it's going to put everything perfectly for you, take out all the work and all the guesswork for you. So as soon as I hit print labels, that will export it to Microsoft Word, and all you have to do is click print in there to print your labels. But let's take it a step further. Well, before we do that, I just want to mention that if you were to choose the simpler method, which is one column of labels for those vertical sheets, narrow sheets, then it just takes it right to the printer. There's not much work and not much guesswork in there. But these standards in here, these Microsoft Word use standards, require Microsoft Word, and it will export it to Microsoft Word, and then you hit print over there. Now, let's take it a step further and complicate it even more. Let's say you didn't only need to print the Kit Kat candy bar labels. Let's say you needed more products in here. You just want to jam and create one big print job, all the labels that you need for all the products that you need all at once. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to select this option here, add multiple products or items to this print job. So as soon as you select that, it expands your window by a little bit. It adds this addition to it in here, which is basically a list of labels to be printed. So now you need to designate a list, and this list is empty now, so it nullified, our Kit Kat, 4 of them, right? We selected 4 labels to be printed of the KitKat bar. Now, since we selected this option, we need to populate this table as a printing job, so we need to add the KitKat in there too. So I'm gonna go ahead and select the KitKat from the item IDs, and I'm gonna say we need 4 again of that, right? Click add, it adds it to the print job list, 4 KitKat labels. Let's say we'll do another one just to show you how this works. 7-Up, our 7-Up bottles, let's say we need 3 of those, 3 labels of those, and you can keep on adding whatever you need. So when you're done and satisfied with your list of your print job, now if you hit print labels, it's going to do exactly what I told you before, because we selected a full sheet Avery 5160 standard, which is used in Microsoft Word. So as soon as I hit print labels, it will take us there, and all we need to do is hit print from there. So now you're going to see how that looks like. And here we are in Word right now, Microsoft Word. You can only see the portion of the screen that's the sheet for printing. The top that you can see is the standard Microsoft Word, and somewhere up here is our print button. So as soon as we hit the print button, this is going to print. And as you can see, we have exactly what we asked for. Position 1 and position 2 were skipped. We're starting printing from position 3, and we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 KitKat bar labels, and 1, 2, 3 7-Up bottle labels. And as soon as you hit print from here, it will print it out. And that's how you do labels with our software.